Good afternoon. This is Martin Taggart with Team Real Estate and my buddy Adam Grimsman. Adam, you guys, let's have a quick, for people that haven't found us before, and if you haven't, you're going to have a little bit of fun with us here. Let's talk about a little bit about money, mortgage lending, who you're with, and then we'll launch into some fun stuff. Is that cool?
Yeah, absolutely. So like Martin said, my name is Adam Grimsman, mortgage loan officer with Flat Branch Home Loans. We are a local mortgage provider located right off 87th and State Line on the Leawood side.
All right. So you don't loan money to anybody that's in Missouri then?
Nope, not true. So myself personally, licensed in Kansas, Missouri, Iowa, and then our company as a whole is licensed in 47 states.
So who'd you leave out? Who did you decide we're not giving them any money?
Well, you know what? I will say out of the three, we are in the process of getting two. It's Pennsylvania, and I believe it's California, other two.
Oh, well, those people need your money.
They do, absolutely.
So a couple things that have happened in the mortgage world that's, I guess, kind of timely, right? So we've got COVID interruptus. Those are people that had their job history interrupted by COVID.
Yep.
So could fall in a bunch of different flavors.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, there's a lot of things that really go into it. Were you laid off for 6 months or more? Were you laid off for a couple months? Was your hours cut? There's so many conversations, and it's a case-by-case scenario. So a lot of people are saying, hey, I was off for 2 to 3 months. How is that going to affect my approval? Really, if you're back on the job, especially if you're in the same line of work or with the same company, really it's just a minor hiccup. There's really nothing that's preventing you from being approved.
So even though you were off the job for a little bit, it's viewed as more or less a bridge situation?
Yep.
So that's how your underwriter would see it?
Yep, so we would just, in terms of underwriting, we would just collect a quick letter of explanation, maybe from your employer, saying you were off due to COVID. So with the way that COVID is interrupting everything, explaining to an underwriter, hey, I have a 3-month job gap because of COVID. Everybody's heard of COVID, pretty easy to explain.
So tell everybody what happens if, what happens if the company went under and you're no longer in the same business, you're in a different business, your income stayed the same, maybe even got better when you came back to work, but there was a period of time when your company went under or quit doing business in the area that you live in, and maybe retracted a little bit before they come back to expand again. What happens then?
Yeah, so I mean, if you, kind of the same thing, if you were laid off because of COVID or shut down altogether, and then you hit the job market hard, there's a little bit of a gap there, obviously, and then you're back on that job, depending on your loan type, a conventional and FHA, you're not really bound to being back on the job for a certain amount of time in terms of if it was under a 6-month job gap. As soon as you're back employed and you get that first pay stub, it's business as usual.
All right. So before we stop that topic, though, just to let you know, if you're in one of these situations, down below there'll be a link for Adam to his website. You'll be able to find him directly there. It's not a blind link. It'll go directly to Adam. You can ask your specific question of Adam there. So let's talk forbearance, because this was a huge topic a year ago where lenders gave people permission to not pay their mortgage.
Yep.
So there's two types of forbearance, the type where they kept making their payment and the type where they stopped making their payment.
Yep.
So what happens if you stopped making your payment?
Yeah, so if you stop making your payment, there's 2 ways to get around it or to get through it. As soon as you take that loan out of forbearance, you do need to have that loan out of forbearance regardless of which option that you go through. So as long as you make 3 on-time payments, which is over 3 months, you cannot accelerate those payments by making it in one lump sum. If you choose not to pay it off in whole, you do have to make on-time payments outside of forbearance to qualify, or you can pay off that lump sum or that back amount, and then you're good to go.
If that sounds kind of complicated, again, hit the link down below. Now, what about the type of forbearance where somebody did make their payment? So they built the safety net. They told the lender, I might not be doing this, but they went ahead and made the payment anyway. What happens then?
Yeah, so those people, they're honestly in a very good spot. So like I said, they're just taking a precautionary. They don't know if they're going to make their payment. As soon as they call their servicer and officially take their loan out of forbearance, and that we can verify that mortgage is out of forbearance and current, you're good to go.
All right. So again, anytime when we talk about money matters, click on Adam's link. It's not that we're unwilling to answer the questions in a live setting. It's more along the lines of the fact that we kind of like to protect your privacy. So on to something fun. It's not always homes and money. It's not always homes and money.
Yeah.
That should be our next show, Homes and Money.
I like it. I like it a lot.
So what do you do for fun?
So depending on the KC weather, over the last couple weeks, it's kind of limited this, but I enjoy going golf course to golf course around the entire metro area. So not scared of going north of the river or all the way down to Lee Summit. I do have a couple favorites in between, but that's what I do when I'm not working.
All right, favorite golf course in town?
I do like Eagles Landing. Not sure why, just the layout of the course, the atmosphere. It's definitely one of my favorites in the metro.
Now, see, I like going to Shadow Glen because it's surrounded by a bunch of expensive homes.
Yeah.
Go figure.
Right? As long as you
right.
don't hit them. So
Yeah, exactly. So hey, down below there'll be a couple of links. You can click my link if you have questions with regards to what we do on the lending side, but more importantly, you can click on Adam's, because fact of the matter is we help people build and fulfill dreams. But no matter how many homes I show you, they really aren't going to go anywhere until Adam helps you figure out the money side of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Step one, getting pre-approved. We will have the link below, but just for a quick reference, it's adamloanskc.com. Try to keep it short and simple. There you can fill out an application, communicate with me directly, and more than happy to answer any questions you got.
Right on. Thanks and have an awesome day.
Thank you.